Welcome back to another video. This video is going to be in the Open Great League, and we are going to be featuring the Pelipper paired with Steelix and Registeel. So double steal in the back. Let's see if the ABB team will work out. We are met with the Lickitung here. This Lickitung is going to, let's see, go for the body slam. Now, we decide to bank the energy and switch out into the Steelix because we are trying to fish out some kind of fighter in the back. So the pseudo fighter Deoxys does show up. Here we are going to let this go. It is already debuffed, and then now they already debuffed themselves even more. So we're just going to be throwing this breaking swipe here. Now they're triple debuffed. Here we decide to let it go because it does even less damage, and now we are able to get to this last breaking swipe to oh, we do get a shield out of that situation, and we still are able to farm it down, so that's pretty solid. Now we're going to go into our Registeel because there are no moves that this Lickitung can throw at this Registeel that we used to worry about, and so we're just trying to overfarm. We purposely go for the Zap Cannon just in case they try to catch. They try to do a surprise catch, but unfortunately for them, we were going to throw the Zap Cannon all the time here. So nice little 5-head play right there. They're still going to be trying to throw the power whips, and we're just going to throw this Zap Cannon. They do get it. We do get a shield from it, and it does debuff them. So this is all but GG's. We don't shield this because they already got debuffed, and now we are able to get to another Focus Blast to take this out here. All right, GG's. On to the next game. All right, next game here, we are going to see if we can get a win out of this ABB team again. First, we are met with the Umbreon, very tanky. So once again, maybe we're gonna eventually have to switch out because we're trying to bait out some kind of fighter. We do tank that first damage, and then we switch out. We are met with the Swampert. This is not a great matchup here, as the Swampert is going to be able to get to 2 Hydro Cannons before we can get to the next breaking swipe. We decided to let it go. They are able to get to that Hydro Cannon, like I said, by the time we get to our second one, so we decided to let it go there. We're going to go in with the Pelipper and try to go for the full farm down, so that's as good as it's going to get right there. We have a ton of energy, so we're going to throw this energy at this Umbreon. We do get a Hurricane off, which is great. But right now they're showing that they have Umbreon and Swampert. Oh wow, what a Pokemon in the back here. The Hawlucha definitely was not expecting that. Definitely a bad situation for us here. We do get the Focus Blast bait. Let's see if it ends up coming in handy. We are able to tank 1 Flying Press, which is great. And then here, we're just going to go for the Zap Cannon. Almost certainly going to get the shield. We do get the debuff, which is awesome. And so we decided to shield here because we want to try to catch a move or waste their energy. But they were aware of that situation. They switched back into their Umbreon. This Umbreon here is able to tank that Weather Ball. We get to another Weather Ball to take out this Umbreon, and unfortunately for us, we are not quite at a move with the Registeel, so they're able to take that game right there. Kind of a really, really tough situation for us. They had to counter for our entire team. What did they end up having? The Umbreon, Hawlucha, and Swampert lineup. So kind of a spicy team there, but next game, we are using the Pelipper versus the Gligar. This Gligar does not want to tank these Weather Balls, so they decide to shield and then catch a move, which is heads-up play by them. So now we're going to come in with our Registeel to pressure some damage on this Dugong. But also, it doesn't have a great matchup against the Gligar, so we want this Registeel out of the way. Right there, we probably should have undercharged it a little bit more, but nonetheless, we're up a shield and we took out the Dugong. this Glider is going to have to go for this dig, which is exactly what they do. The dig does take out these Registeel, so we're going to come back in with the Pelipper. They try to catch another move. We were aware of it this time. Right there, we should have thrown the Breaking Swipe. But now we have to extend a shield. Oh, man. Now we have to double shield here just to get these Breaking Swipes off. That was a little bit of a misplay right there. We definitely should be throwing these Breaking Swipes before their moves. That way they do less damage, but also it's just better long-term play. And then here we are met with the Glider. The Glider already has a dig ready, so we just wasted all that energy. And now they're going to be able to come back in with another Aerial Ace and barely not take out this Pelipper. So GG's to our opponent right there. Well played on their part. Just reading us like a book right there. Catching moves. And then that Steelix play right there, we definitely should be throwing that Breaking Swipe much earlier. Then we would have been able to save some shield. So a little bit of a miscalculation right there. Okay, here's the Glider again. This Glider is probably going to switch out. Whoa, they switched into a Victory Bell. A Shadow Victory Bell as a stage swap. I don't know. That kind of gives me either Bastiodon or Medicham in the bag. Let's see what happens. So we do some chip damage with the Pelipper, and then we dip into our Registeel. This Registeel is going to be able to beat this Victory Bell. It looks like we're going to eventually have to let this go, actually, because we are up 2 shields, and we're hoping that we can just farm down with the Steelix. This Shadow Steelix does have an energy advantage right now. If it's the Bastiodon, we have energy advantage. If it's the Medicham, we can switch out, but they revealed that they're going to come back in with the Glider. This Glider is able to tank these, and they actually have Ferrothorn. So now what I was expecting in the back, Ferrothorn is definitely something where we definitely should have had an energy advantage with the Steelix, so that's why they didn't want to come back in with it. And then here we're just gonna farm down with the Pelipper because we have a shield. We're gonna be able to win this back in here. This Weather Ball should be able to take out this Glider here. So that game right there, we just anticipated what was in the back. It ended up not being what we thought it was, but it actually ended up helping us win the game because the energy advantage on the Steelix was enough to force them to delay their Ferrothorn to come back in. So here's an awful lead. We're going to switch into the Steelix. The Steelix gets met with the Venusaur. Shadow on Shadow. We do go for the Breaking Swipe. One Breaking Swipe does not KO the Venusaur. Even though this Shadow Venusaur got debuffed, we did not want to tank that Frenzy Plant. It looks like they were able to get to the second move anyways, so regardless, one shield would have been required anyways. We are able to win the switch, so here we're just going to go for a bunch of Breaking Swipes. They are able to throw their Night Slash here, so we're going to let that go. We know that they're going to switch into their Lantern, then we counter swap into our Registeel. Let's see if we shield the correct move. We do shield the correct Thunderbolt. Here we're going to go for the Zap Cannon, looking for the debuff. No debuff on that Zap Cannon, a little bit unfortunate. Our opponent ends up shielding it. Here we're going to have to tank another Thunderbolt here. We're going for the next Zap Cannon, looking for the debuff. We need the debuff. Unfortunate right there. We end up not being able to get to those debuff Zap Cannons. So here we're going to have to throw this Weather Ball before they get to their move. They're looking to farm down this Pelipper so that they can get a bunch of energy to throw at our Registeel. So we're going to try to whittle this Lantern down, but they actually farm us down and they're already at a move. So well played by my opponent. That was really good. GG's to our opponent right there. Check out this team if you haven't already. Pretty decent. And let us know if you enjoyed the video.